Ugh. I don't even know if I even should say my name for this. Because this is not sexy at all. And, oof, boy. You know, it's really weird. Call me a what do you call it? Delusional, call me whatever, but I don't know. Just Bill Cosby's image was ingrained in my mind so much as a kid that I still don't believe that. I don't know that I kind of feel like I don't believe that he would do this kind of stuff because he never came off that kind of way. I'm sure I was just as surprised as everybody in the country when that happened. But I mean, this nonsense happened, and I mean, he's most likely guilty. I need to hear more. I mean, he's most likely guilty. It's just I mean, this whole thing is just super uncomfortable to talk about. I mean, yeah, it's like I again not I still like even though I say I don't believe it, like I obviously if he did do it, then obviously he should be punished. I mean, he deserved his punishment, and if he really did get out, like due to a technicality, then you know it's ridiculous how the wealthy get treated in this country compared to the rest of us, because most of us would not be able to be afforded the certain privileges that certain people and certain people going through the justice system are afforded, and you know the damage is being done. But I'm not gonna go further into that. But yeah, I mean, again, if I would feel just as pissed as everyone that he's not in jail now, honestly, if there was beyond a shadow of a doubt. But I don't know, man. It's just so I don't know why it's so hard for me to believe. But again, this guy he was America's dad. It felt like for a while, and to know that he was capable of all this garbage and all this disgusting behavior was so hard for me to believe, and it's still hard for me to believe, honestly. I mean, ugh, it's really I can't. I don't even know how to explain all this. It's horrible the things that he did, and yeah, it's just it's really awful. But I mean, I don't know how else to really go into this. I'm sorry if I make this awkward, but man, it's just so it's just so hard for me to believe. But boy, oh boy, are these gonna be uncomfortable as hell. So want to just get through it and just get over it, because I know a lot of you are still really interested in seeing this this video. So please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content. God, I can't even say that. Let's just get into the video, guys. Just subscribe and send a like. I'd really appreciate it. I feel uncomfortable saying my name. It's so weird. By the way, the beginning was so was so awkward. I forgot to say commercials!
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. Well, I don't usually get dressed up in my commercial attire unless I'm doing a commercial special. Somebody keeps popping up every single time I go looking for some commercials.
Really?
I think you know the kind of popping up I'm talking about.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, there's more where that came from. Another common phrase you might hear around him. Bill Cosby went from America's darling to one of Hollywood's biggest monsters. As such, there's a ton of ironic advertisements he was in celebrating what a decent human being he was and capitalizing on it.
No, well, sir, if she says no, no means no.
Oh!
God. And there's just so damn many of them, I couldn't keep spacing them out in commercial specials. So, in the special Top 11 list, we're gonna look at the most uncomfortable, most cringy, and most collar-tugging TV ads, shorts, and yes, even PSAs he's been in. Why Top 11? Because this dude deserves a lot more than that.
Oh, shit.
So join me in this journey of bad taste. This is the top 11 poorly aged Bill Cosby commercials.
Oh, God.
Jigglers, they're a handful of fun.
Jiggle, 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 those jigglers. Jiggle, 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 those
Number 11.
Oh boy.
You know what's so cool about Jell-O gelatin pops?
Yeah, Jello
Oh,
had
boy.
a hold on Cosby the same way Cosby often had a hold of something else. And while there's not a ton to mock in this one, it is a little awkward hearing Bill Cosby telling you what you can do with your hands while he sucks on something.
While your right hand is doing this, your left hand can be doing this or, you know.
Or this. Or this. Or this. Or this. Yeah, okay, that one's fair.
But if your left hand sees how much fun your right hand is having,
Call the police.
you won't want to be left out.
Oh, trust me, we've been trying to get other names out of Cosby for a while.
Okay, now you have to share.
Again, not entirely convinced you didn't. Like I said, not the biggest list of easy material, but we got 10 left on this list, so let's not keep them waiting.
Jell-O gelatin pops. Real Jell-O gelatin. Only cool.
Stop doing that!
Number 10.
High C. It's a sensible drink.
This one's
Oh,
from the Museum
God.
of Classic Chicago.
I'm nearly done. I'm nearly already done. This is number 10?
Television, which you should certainly check out if you haven't.
Ugh.
And once again, there isn't a whole lot in this one, but the few moments that are, you remember.
Hi, being Bill Cosby isn't all fun and games.
Trust me, we're aware. With court hearings and lawyer briefings and clarifying what with intent means.
So, when they asked me to do commercials for High C,
I said think carefully, this might bite you in the ass later.
every 6 ounces of High C has 100% of the U.S. RDA of vitamin C. High C has 10% real fruit juice.
Just like the drinks he gave people, it has 10% actual juice. Like I said, there's not a ton more, but it does end on one hell of a final line he says to this kid.
It's a sensible drink. Don't you think so? Yeah. Who asked you to talk?
If he had a
What?
nickel every time he said that to a young person, he'd own High C. This is one of many Cosby commercials where he's surrounded by kids and many of their parents practicing the phrase at the time.
Why did he say, why are you talking? That's the real question. Why was that even in the commercial? That's so messed up.
Don't worry though, the list only gets worse.
Who asked you to talk?
Number 9.
Oh, God.
What kind of grandfather am I?
Oh,
Your
no.
legal team advises you not to answer that. This one is also super short, but it makes the awkwardness count when you just think about Cosby making anything for you and serving you with that devilish smile.
I made delicious new fat-free Jell-O pudding and invited the grandkids over to try some.
You know, ironically, if Cosby hadn't done all this, Nostalgia Critic would probably be doing a top 11 list for his commercials in a positive light. Ugh. Like, isn't that weird? Because you know he would have eventually done something like that.
If they start to get a little tired after having it, that's just from all the running around. From me.
Invited the grandkids over to try some. Too bad they're in Hawaii.
I felt a great relief in the room, as if millions of parents cried out in terror and then were suddenly thankful.
Dessert is back and it's fat-free.
Guess what else is back? This guy trying to get a comedy special going.
No!
Speaking of which, join me at number 8. Number 8.
Bill Cosby, best-selling author, TV star,
And cleanest inmate in Cell Block C.
in the hilarious comedy recording, Oh Baby.
Okay,
Oh.
that title is bad enough, but do you really have to have that face next to it?
And one of the funniest men in the world.
Well, Cosby doesn't advertise the product himself in this one. He is the star of it, and, as you'd imagine, it leads to some awkward routines.
Bill Cosby on marriage.
There are things I'm not doing anymore.
We want to believe you.
And not because I can't, but because I don't want to.
Okay, that you're not going to sell anyone on.
Wow.
Here's Bill on love.
Here I am dozing off. The first year, no way I would doze off.
Well, I think everybody sees the irony here, but continue.
But I love her more today than back then when I stayed awake.
So I figure if I turn the tables, maybe it'd equal more love in my life.
Bill Cosby gives his views on marriage, love, and skiing.
Skiing we can probably skip. The other two we're far more curious about.
On cassette is only $9.95. The compact disc only $14.95.
Oh, baby!
Can you stop playing that? I get an image of Bill Cosby as the mask dropping his jaw like he just saw an ad for Quaaludes. Needless to say, the nice guy routine might be a little tainted from Cosby, but I think we're used to things being tainted by him at this point anyway.
Yeah.
Plus $2.95 postage and handling.
Oh, baby!
Stop that!
Oh, he never used that.
Number 7.
Attention, Pepsi drinkers.
Get ready for Coke stock to drop like the box office for Ghost Dad.
Introducing the new taste of Coca-Cola, the best Coca-Cola ever.
We really couldn't put together this guy was a liar. He was the first person to say New Coke was good.
That's all I'm going to say. In fact, that's all I have to say. No more words.
The last thing said after anybody questioned, why does this taste funny?
This stuff is great. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes, if there's anything you should apologize for, it's saying New Coke is good.
Oh.
Alright, that's also true, but you know there's more! Want to complete this unpleasantness? How about a little ASMR of Bill downing an uncertain liquid that we know deep down nobody should legally have in their mouth?
What is up with that cup? I mean, that can. Oh, no.
He made that noise like, I know this ain't Coke I'm swallowing. I don't know who it is, but it ain't Coke. Yeah, I'm okay not hearing any more bodily functions from him. Next ad. Number 6.
I want to dance, but I can't.
What's making these watermelons wiggle?
I believe a new law has made it clear nobody needs to tell you what's making certain melons wiggle. We just got past the Jigglers debacle. Do we really need to throw wiggling in there too?
We're not past the Jigglers thing. You keep playing it every single time, and every time it happens, a piece of my soul is carried down to hell.
Nobody wiggled. Everybody just lay perfectly still. Wait. He might take that as an invite. Just stay away from him.
It's wigglicious.
A new law has also made it
damn
clear
it.
you cannot make up words anymore, especially wigglicious, tingle jingle, and bouncy bumpies. We didn't think these laws would have to be made, but that's the least of the surprises we got from you.
Wow.
Hey, no pick.
Only the Pick Cosby's legal team continues to dig their way out of.
Now you can have your fun and eat it too.
Oh,
Every
God.
Fun has filed a 20-yard restraining order against you, so I would rephrase that. Ugh, this is also unbearable. Let's cut to another ad. I'm sure we'll be even more uncomfortable. Number 5.
Damn it. Can't dance to it.
Bill Cosby and Felicia Rashad.
So there were several attempts at Cosby TV shows over the years. And in 1996, a show simply named Cosby was one of them. And while there's certainly been a few uncomfortable moments,
Monday, get the bare facts.
Oh my God.
There's a naked lady back there and you drawing fruit?
Right.
How old do I have to be before I get that disease?
oh, he's just so not who he really is.
Isn't that?
This one really takes the cake.
Sometimes Ruthie loves me.
Time out! Oh, wow.
Okay, first of all, is that the guy from That Darn Cat? What? And second, what? I had to ask what twice.
And you drawing fruit?
Right.
How old do I have to be before I get that disease?
Oh, he's just so not who he really is. This one really takes the cake.
Sometimes Ruthie loves me.
Time out! Oh, wow. And it only
Sometimes.
gets worse.
If you want that party, you should come upstairs now while the hostess is still awake.
Well, that's not the usual tradition, but Cosby can work with it. Just look at his reaction.
Still awake.
That's usually the response he gives when the hostess is out.
Don't tell me.
Oh, that's messed up.
Ah, the usual every woman who's ever known him treatment.
How'd I get on the floor?
It was an accident.
He held up his finger like an accident. Maybe that's what I can call it if I ever get subpoenaed.
Well, there you go.
And after watching all that, aren't the words you want to see emphasize Cosby and big? Isn't that the equivalent of seeing the words Weinstein and shower together?
Oh.
Nobody talked about this show when it was on, but man, I'm sure people will be talking about this promo for a bit of time.
Cosby Big Comedy Monday.
Oh, baby!
Jiggle, 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 those jiggers.
Number 4.
Jiggle, jiggle, those jiggers.
Yeah, Bill Cosby's blindfolding a minor. What about it?
I finally found a way to keep a kid from knowing I'm making Jell-O pudding for myself.
Which means it's just pudding and nothing else.
First, I put on earmuffs to keep him from hearing the sound of milk pouring.
Milk pouring on its own doesn't sound dirty, but when Cosby says it, it kind of does.
Yeah.
Put on a rubber nose to keep him from smelling the rich chocolate.
Because my thought is no senses, no clues.
And a blindfold to keep him from seeing me while I eat my Jell-O pudding.
Let me use this rag to stuff in your mouth and...
Boiled again.
Don't worry, a legal loophole will get you out scot-free.
Yeah.
Another one that's pretty short, but seats all your senses in the front row of...
Why not try our new Jell-O pudding recipe, Stripe Delight?
I can think of a few reasons.
Ooh. He didn't mention the fact that also it says recipe and leading women's magazines. Wow.
Recipe, Stripe Delight.
I can think of a few reasons.
Jiggle, 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 those jiggers.
Number 3.
Jiggle, 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 those jiggers.
Stop with the jiggles.
Before we start the Fat Albert Show, I'd like to have a word with you young people.
This is a segment from the Fat Albert Show, which Cosby would usually appear in to state the lesson. If you think Bill Cosby spelling out the obvious moral sounds strange, get a load of this.
Oh, no.
Now, all of those people who are in prison right now
Excluding me, right now, at the moment,
were kids once. And then somewhere along the way,
right now, at the moment,
were kids once. And then somewhere along the way, they did something wrong, something dumb.
they got caught. Oh, I mean, they didn't have enough hush money.
Oh, gee.
Maybe it was getting mixed up with a bad crowd, or maybe it was shoplifting or stealing a car.
Or maybe it was something else.
Something.
Whatever it was,
Something.
it probably started small, became bigger.
No argument here.
Wow.
Maybe they even got away with it at first and thought they'd never get caught. But they were wrong.
Boy, he really should write another book. Are you there, Pot? It's me, Kettle.
Wow.
Now, they're in prison.
Excluding me, right now, at the moment.
The prison isn't any fun and it isn't any joke.
There are people that call you Vanessa and admire parts of your body you didn't know could be admired.
So play it straight, gang.
Straight is something I can speak from experience many do not practice in prison. Yeah, this one speaks for itself. Prison is bad, and if there's one thing I believe Bill Cosby on, it's that.
That way you'll get where you want to go, not where you don't. Right?
Right.
Right.
Jiggle, 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 those jiggers.
Number 2.
Jiggle, jiggle, those jiggers.
Appearances are always deceiving. Take a gemstone, for example.
This is Bill Cosby. Now that
Jiggle, 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 those jiggers.
This is Bill Cosby. Now that every
Jiggle, 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 those jiggers.
This is Bill Cosby. Now that everybody has told you about the dangers of doing drugs, I'd like to tell you about some of the benefits.
What?
Yeah, what a way to start! This is back when Bill Cosby had his hit series, The Cosby Show. And as such, he did some PSAs. This is a basic just say no to drugs one, but for some reason he describes all the terrible things about drugs as benefits. And I don't know why. I mean, I can speculate. He never builds up to a punchline. It's not like, ha, fooled ya, or it's a benefit if you're trying to die younger, something ironic like that. He just lists everything you're supposed to not like about them as something he sees as a benefit.
Oh my
I'd
God.
like to tell you about some of the benefits. Just imagine yourself unconscious,
No.
making a visit to a hospital emergency room.
Who put me in that emergency room?
Weeks in rehabilitation centers, nights in overcrowded prisons.
Oh, now I see why all this happened. He read the cue card wrong and he took his own advice.
Oh,
It was supposed to read horrors instead of benefits, and he was like, Oh, I didn't know this was all good stuff. Maybe I should get on that. Just see how many things he lists that happened to him.
Spending more money than you can afford, ruining your health, hurting your parents, losing your loved ones, and most of all, destroying yourself.
Wow.
For the reason, it makes for a pretty hilarious PSA looking back.
Remember what I say about doing drugs. I think you can say no.
And I think you shoulda. And
Ooh.
the #1 poorly aged Bill Cosby commercial is
Oh no.
White Owl Cigars. First off, it's just really weird seeing Bill Cosby advertise cigars on TV. It'd be like seeing Ezra Miller in a television commercial for guns. Like, there's worse things you can connect them to, but it's just odd seeing a celebrity, this product, and television commercial together. The reason this is #1, though, is not even because he says like a ton of crazy things that can be taken out of context. In fact, he only says one thing.
Oh no.
But he says it over and over.
Sooner or later, you're going to try White Owl, and when you do, we're going to get you. You know we're going to get you. It's only a matter of time. And then we're going to get him, White Owl. We're going to get him. White Owl, we're going to get you.
There is nothing more terrifying than Bill Cosby standing over you with a lit phallic symbol repeating several times, "We're gonna get ya." He goes from goofball trying to be corny to a perverted Batman villain saying with pure confidence you will not escape him.
Professor Pig. Oh.
It's just so unnerving.
We got you.
The smoke around him just looks like he's preparing a branding iron that says Grade A BC meat.
It's only a matter of time. And then we're going to get him, White Owl. We're going to get him. We're going to get you.
I have nothing to say. I'm just so uncomfortable watching this.
We're going to get you.
Super.
You know we're going to get you.
If you
I swear I'm gonna, like, my soul is now going.
played this on a loop, I guarantee every person who watched it would shit themselves in 3 minutes. There's no words to describe it except... that's not even a word, so there's no words to describe it. It just is. And it should not.
We got you. You know we're going to get you. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, me
we're
too.
We're going to get you. And then we're going to get him, White Owl. We're going to get him. We're going to get you. You know we're going to get you. And then we're going to get him, White Owl. We're going to get you.
Wait, how long has it been? Oh my god, I gotta wrap this up. I'm the nostalgia guy. Like there's any other way this could end.
Yeah, I guess. I thought that was gonna be way funnier than I thought, but wow. I'm just super uncomfortable now. I wonder if he's still gonna do Wish, by the way. I mean, I like to see him talk shit about that, but yeah, oh, I need a palate cleanser. I need a palate cleanser from all that. Oh. Wow. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I have anything to say. Like, seriously, that was super. I thought there was gonna be something funny about it. But hell no. I can't even make a joke about any of all this stuff. Oh my god. Oh wow. It's the most uncomfortable. Seriously, that's gonna be the thumbnail. That's gonna be the title of the video. The most uncomfortable Nostalgia Critic episode I've ever seen in my life. Woo! No, it's not gonna be that long, but whatever. Ugh. Watch Invincible videos on my channel. That's all I could say. Like, you know, I mean, what do I say after all that? What do I say? Watch Invincible to get some semblance of normalcy in your life after that. Wow. Ugh. Well, please smash that like button if you want to see more. I still can't even say my title for the, whatever. Sexy and nerdy content. And subscribe if you think I deserve it. And I'll see you on the next episode. I could say it now. The video's over. Ugh.